all the knowledge that the university gives, as you have the opportunity to do the same thing the university student does: read and study. You must never stop reading. Read everything that you can. That is of standard knowledge. Don't waste time reading trashy literature. That is to say, don't pay any attention to the 10-cent novels, Wild West stories, and cheap sentimental books. But where there is a good plot and a good story in the form of a novel, read it. It is necessary to read it for the purpose of getting information on human nature. The idea that personal experience is not enough for a human to gain all the useful knowledge of life. For the individual life is too short, so we must feed off the experience of others. The literature we read should include the biography and autobiography of men and women who have accomplished greatness in their particular line. Whenever you can, buy these books, own them, and whilst reading them, make pen and pencil marks on lines that you should like to remember, so that when you refer to the book for any thought that you would like to refresh your mind on, you don't have to go back and read the whole book. You must also read the best poetry for inspiration. The standard poet has always been the most inspirational creator. From a good line of poetry, you may gain inspiration for a career of a lifetime. Many great men and women were inspired by an attractive line or verse of poetry. Now, there are good poets and bad poets, just like there are good novels and bad novels. Always, always select the best poetry for your inspirational urge. You must also read history incessantly until you master it. This means your own national history, the history of the world, social history, industrial history, and the history of different sciences. But primarily, the history of man. If you do not know what happened before you got here or what is happening in the time that you live, you will not know the world, and you will become ignorant to the world and mankind. The only way to get the best out of life is by knowing and understanding it. To know it, we must fall back on the intelligence of others who came before us and the records they left behind. Thank you, Rainbow Push and Reverend Jackson, for giving me this opportunity, this platform, to share the gift that God gave me to share with the world. Thank you.